Do you wear a Klan hat?
Yeah, what do you got to say about
exactly.
You
I think you're a pedophile. That's what I think.
Hello. Just wanted to ask a question for both of you guys. Do you guys read the memo that the FBI put out on Epstein?
Which memo?
The memo regarding the Epstein files.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of memos though. You'd have to. Yeah, can you just help us out and try to be
the one that just came out, the most recent one?
Okay. Well, what was said in it? You can share it with us because I'm not sure which one you're referring to.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Well, the one that was just sent out in July states that the Epstein files were not released because there's information from the victims intertwined.
Right. So you can. Okay, I understand. So Pam Bondi can retract any sensitive information when it comes to victims. So that's something that can easily be solved. So if that's your excuse and you're defending the fact that they're not releasing the files, that's garbage because, again, they're allowed to redact. And that's actually what Democrats and some Republicans in the House are voting on, saying, don't put any of the victims' names or any of their personal information out there, but you can still release the information. So does that make sense to you?
That is the information, is the sexual crude acts, or that's all in the files,
sir. So, sir, are you saying, no, do you understand? Do you not understand that files can be released without giving out victims' personal information?
Yeah,
you can call people different names. You can call people Jane Doe 1, Jane Doe 2. Yeah. Why is that so hard for you to understand? The FBI does that all the time.
So you want child pornographic images?
Okay. First of all, so obviously this guy is very stupid, but that's okay. I'll be nice and you can stay on the line. Where have I said, and where has any prominent Democrat said that they want pornographic images out? Did you not listen to what I just said? Hey, you got to be quiet, buddy. Okay. And listen, because you're not listening. Get the MAGA wax out of your ears. What I'm trying to tell you, and you don't seem to understand or grasp understanding of what I'm saying, is when it comes to information of a graphic nature, or when it comes to information that could release any identifying of the victims, they can redact that information. That is what the Democrats are actually saying, sir. And what you're doing is you're making excuses for somebody like the orange orangutan rapist, who clearly, I can tell by your stupidity, you voted for. You redact names. For example, in child sex rape cases in the courtroom, they don't release specific names, and the media doesn't release names to protect the victims. You can release information on what the perpetrator or the person who committed the horrible act did without giving out personal information or showing images publicly. Why is it that you're not smart enough to understand that, sir? Can you please help me understand? Because you're an idiot. You're calling me an idiot. Okay, that's fine. Why am I an idiot? What did I say that would? What did I say that's factually inaccurate?
Identity is going to be released. They're going to find out either, the internet. They're going to find the.
internet. So I'm the idiot, and you're claiming that all the names in the Epstein files and all the victims would be out, quote, on the internet. If Pam Bondi decided to redact, why don't you listen and stop interrupting? If Pam Bondi decided to take the names out, and the attorney general and others in the administration or any administration redacted the names, I'm wondering, how would it get out on social media?
There would still be places, people, and things.
What places? What places? How would they get it? If all the information when it comes to victims was redacted, okay, I don't even know if you know what that word means.
There would be no information.
Okay, first of all, why are you yelling? Well, are you a lunatic? Why don't you calm down?
Because you're saying all the information is redacted, then what information is
there? Get your Trump pantyhose out of the bind you're in and calm down, okay? Get the MAGA wax out of your ears. I need you to relax, okay? Take a Trump blue pill so you can pleasure yourself to his poster at night before you go to sleep, and relax and get the white anger out of your body and pay attention to what I am saying, okay? The files could be released without giving out the names of the victims or any pornographic material. But I do find it interesting that you don't call into the show. You seem to care so much about the victims' names being released, which, by the way, they wouldn't. But you don't seem to have any concern of the fact that the orange orangutan that you voted for, clearly, because you're an ignoramus, that the guy who went into teenage locker rooms bragging sexually about looking at teenage girls naked, who was Jeffrey Epstein's best friend, who was on the Epstein flight log 6 times, You don't want to talk about any of that stuff, but I'm the idiot because you're claiming that if they release the files without giving out any names or pertinent information on the victims, that somehow it would, quote, get out on the internet. Sir, you're an idiot. You're the idiot, and everybody listening to this conversation knows who the real idiot is. You know what? Maybe you're a pedophile. Have you ever abused a child, sir? Do you wear a Klan hat?
Yeah, what do you got to say about
exactly.
you
I think you're a pedophile. That's what I think. You're a pedophile. You're a clown. You probably wear your Klan outfit before you go to sleep. I'm sorry, Z. This is what I have to deal with every day. Okay, Grand Wizard, have a nice day. It'll get out on the internet, so that's why we can't release the files. Meanwhile, this is the same imbecile.
There are child rape cases all the time, and they don't get doxxed.
Right.
Like, I don't. Yeah, it's
obviously that's someone who's not very intelligent, but we get that from our special MAGA supporters who call into the show every day.